Harold the helicopter is glad not to be a steam engine. He is much happier flying around and committing war crimes than being mentally damaged in violent-ass crashes. One morning, he landed near Tidmouth Sheds and saw Percy being a cheeky little shit as per usual. "Ha ha ha!" laughed Percy as he coupled dirty coal trucks behind Gordon. Gordon wanted Percy to pay for his actions, and he did later on. Later, Harold spoke to Percy. "Percy," he said, "you've been being a shit-ass for way too long. It's time we made a bet. We're doing another race to the docks tomorrow, and the loser has to spend a month in prison. And Prison Mike will be there. Let's hope the loser doesn't drop the soap in prison." "Oh, it's on, ass clown," puffed Percy. "Tomorrow we will face off." Percy went back to the sheds that evening and started devising an evil plan. He told Duck about what was going on. "Jesus Christ, Percy," said Duck, "I don't know if you should go through with it. If you do go through with it and ignore my advice, you should get some other engines to help with your evil schemes." "Like who?" asked Percy. "Thomas, because he has a bazooka and can and will shoot Harold down if needed," started Duck. "And Oliver, because he can come up with a plan to take Harold down if you do lose and want to cheat your way out of prison." Percy thought these were excellent ideas, but the very next day, the second one didn't have to be used. The next morning, Percy had to pull trucks of cocaine to the docks during the race with Harold. He protested against this, but knew he'd be racing Harold there anyways, and he'd have a sneaky plan if things went wrong. Before he could leave Knapford, which we'll see in a lot more episodes, or in episode 1624, he spoke to Oliver. "Percy," said Oliver, "if you lose this race, I have a plan. Thomas implanted a tracking device on Harold so he can track him down and use his cannon on him. Surely this will keep you out of prison." Percy agreed, and after being coupled up to his stone trucks, slowly pulled out of the yard. "Percy," his driver yelled, "there's Harold! We're speeding up now!" Percy pounded down the line. The trucks bounced and dropped crack. Percy's driver was astonished at Percy's determination. Then there was Harold. The chase was now on. Come on, come on, come on," yelled Percy to the trucks. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," grumbled the trucks, but their wanking was useless. Percy had soon exited the branch line and was now racing down the main line at full speed. With Harold's point of view right here. Meanwhile, Thomas was waiting at the bottom of Gordon's Hill and saw Harold outrunning Percy slightly, and his driver opened his tank cannon. A rocket then went flying out of the cannon and hit Harold right in the engine. Sparks started flying before he went hurtling towards a bridge over the bottom of Gordon's Hill, which randomly had a railway line built on it.
But why, you might ask, is there a passenger train here? Well, you see, Spencer had stolen a passenger train and was speeding as fast as he could. Suddenly, he saw a barrier on the bridge. He slammed on his brakes. But it was too late. Spencer was in terrible trouble. He was dangling off the broken end of the bridge. Bystanders ran from the crash to avoid Spencer's inevitable fall. Meanwhile, James was coming down the hill with a freight train. When he saw Spencer, he was horrified. "Oh no!" he gasped. Fortunately, he was able to duck under the fire station just in time as Harold came down from the skies, eyes with sparks flying. It was several hours before enough debris was cleared so Spencer could be pulled out of the wreckage. Amazingly, no one was killed in the crash. While the mess was being cleared, all 3 breakdown cranes had to be brought in. Both the 2 dark green ones, Harvey the Crane Engine, and Rocky. You know, that merchandising character from Season 10? Spencer was being lifted onto a low loader when Rocky spoke up.
Never thought my first appearance in an episode of this stupid series
Would be me rescuing another merchandising character.
Expect to see me a lot more in this series, kids,
said Rocky. Spencer ignored him and shut up. Oh, Sir Topham Hatt, please come here and discipline Harold. Because no one had seen Thomas shoot out the rocket at Harold, Sir Topham Hatt blamed Harold. He spoke to him severely. Harold would have to be taken out of service for a solid month for repairs. Several hours later, Percy went back to Knapford to rest. But before he could, park his trucks and go do other work, his driver got up onto the cab and spoke to the workmen. "Listen, boys," he called. "Here's a song for Percy after he beat Harold." Said Harold, "How spawn to our Percy you can suck. Go to jail and me, prison Mike for a quick buck now. But Percy and Thomas put his elitist ass to shame, and that ass clown is now the only one to blame."
Henry needs to commit a crime to be seen as cool by the big engines. But he isn't sure what crime to commit. Can you help him decide? He has 3 options. 1 is yank Spencer off a dangling bridge. Option 2 is to set arson to this hospital. And option 3 is to steal trucks of money bags from the yard.
Which crime should Henry commit? Should he yank Spencer off the bridge? No! This is being staged to film episode 16 of Thomas the Tank Cannon and Idiots. Henry is going to ruin the episode if he does this. Let's try again.
Should he burn down the hospital?
No! There are people in there, and Henry will kill them, and he doesn't want to do that. Let's try one more time.
Should he steal the money bags?
Yes! Stealing money will make Henry rich as fuck and everyone will love him. And he can go speeding away. Well done!